1,
2.
3. What is up, fellow gamers? It's your boy, Champion.
And your boy, Century.
He keeps forgetting, jeez.
I
Okay,
always forget.
it's your boy, Champion and Sentry here on this wonderful day. It is March 8th, 2019 that we're recording this. And guys, we have a lot of stuff for you, okay? Let me just have a quick rundown of what we're going to talk about. Of course, we're going to mention Anthem. You know, we're going to talk about it. It's breaking PS4s, and yeah, we're going to get into our thoughts and feelings about that. Also, our reactions and, you know, our opinion on Devil May Cry 5. I mean, it looks very interesting. Let's see what we think about it. I mean, I think I already know the answer to it, but you guys don't. And we're gonna actually have another top 5 list, top 5 sequels that we want. So I'll go a little bit in depth in the rules when we go over that, and we'll also, you know, talk a little bit about the Switch VR. Is it gonna be, you know, something that they use legitimately for a long time, or is it gonna be like a failed experiment? So we'll find all that out now. Welcome to the Videogamers podcast, and yeah, let's start with Anthem. It's breaking PS4s. So Sentry, what do
That's the news.
that's the news.
That's it.
Okay, so my opinion is that I feel that this was slightly exaggerated because it's EA, and people want to see EA crumble, and I get that.
No, okay, listen, man. It's breaking PS. Like, it's what other game? It's literally messing up PS4s.
I was reading online that the actual way to fix it is actually very simple. It's just a lot of people don't know how to fix it. Like, you can fix it and like reset it, and it starts working properly after that. But some people don't. Again, a lot of people don't know how to do it. It's not, you know, it's not obvious how to do it. Again, it's no excuse for that. And my thing is that I think EA deserves this. Like, they deserve all the hate they're getting. You get me? Like, even if it's extra hate that they're getting, because I feel
obviously, if they make a good game, you know, give them credit, like Apex. But this game, man,
I feel like if this was another company that would have done this.
I love how you remember when BioWare was like, oh, don't worry about Andromeda. That wasn't the real team. That was just some guys that we hired to make a game.
The B team,
like this,
the A team,
Anthem. The Anthem was like, oh, Anthem's the real game.
This is what we're.
And now, what are they gonna say next? It's like,
we half-assed one of the best.
Yeah, it's like,
one of the best series.
Anthem, forget about that. It wasn't a real guys.
No,
it wasn't a real game.
No, we half-assed one of the best like series in like Mass Effect, because this new series Anthem is so freaking good, and we're like, well, it better be. I mean, if we got a crappy Mass Effect because of y'all, it better be great. And no, it wasn't good at all, and it was super rushed. There's actually been a few videos that have been pointing out the actual like differences between the trailers and stuff. There's a lot of like huge gameplay changes and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of crazy. And you know, BioWare was responding to it, and they were like, well, you know, things happen in the creative process where, you know, we have to make certain changes, and you know, even after we show a trailer, we'll change some things. My only complaint to that is that you didn't change, you took stuff away. Like, this was added features that we saw in like the gameplay trailers and stuff like that were revealed months ago, that they like straight up features that they don't have in the game. Like, for example, you're able to pick up certain weapons in like the overworld, like, which you really can't do that. You freaking the city in the trailer looks so different and so much vibrant than the city in the actual game, like the main hub city. Oh my god, it's Anthem's playing is terrible. I mean, I originally said, oh, I think if EA handles it well, it could become into a good game, but I mean, it's not off to a good start. And this was all off a patch, correct? This was basically they rushed a patch in for like what my
it was a deadly patch. It messed up some of the internal source code of the PS4s and the Xbox One X, I heard. So
I mean,
there's not much to talk about. Like, it really is just like,
look, who would
They
you
messed up horribly.
who do you blame more? Because I feel like,
BioWare.
and yeah, we had that conversation when we said Bio, and like me and you had talked about it, and then we agreed that BioWare was mostly at fault. But like, I don't know, like this couldn't have been tested that well. At least the patch, if it came out this badly. And my thing is, if you didn't even test it out, like were they?
Yeah, that was the developers. It wasn't EA.
But
The publishers
could-
do not touch. The publishers are in charge of, like, setting these quotas, setting the sales figures. The DLC, or pass. They want to make a certain amount of money, and
Because look,
they market.
I-
Whereas these are developers 100%. This was BioWare.
I blame the
crap now.
I blame BioWare for the bad game we got initially, because I do feel like, you had 6 years, yo. Like EA gave you some time. If it took y'all the same amount of time that what game you said, Red Dead Redemption 2, like I think you said they spent the same amount of time.
Yeah, it was the same amount of time. And well, I mean, if you played either one, you know the difference.
Yeah, like my thing is, like, you had plenty of time to work on it. Oh, and by the way, the facial animations.
It was downgraded.
Yeah, significantly. And it's like, okay, there's a difference between changes and just taking stuff away. But yeah, I digress. But still, I just feel like, yeah, it's their BioWare's fault for putting up the bad game. I think the patch, like the fact that they rushed the patch, I think that was more EA rushing them to get that patch out more than anything. Like maybe they saw a few of the negative receptions and they're like, you have like till next week to put up a patch. And it's like, I mean, we haven't tested or anything, but just put it out. Bosses said you gotta put it out. Like, I think that's what happened with I was gonna say the DLC, not the DLC, with the patch. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
I think EA had a hand in that. And again, I'm not saying Anthem being a bad game is EA's fault, but they certainly haven't helped the situation. And I think they've probably rushed BioWare to put out a really terrible patch. I mean, Jesus. And I think on top of that, it introduced old bugs into the game, right?
What do you mean?
Because I know Bethesda's done this with the new
Fallout 76.
Yeah, with the Fallout
it had the
76
same bugs
patches. Yeah.
that Fallout 4 had.
No, but not only that, like the patches, like let's say, like they put in a few patches to fix a few bugs, and then like the newest patch reintroduced some of the old bugs they fixed, and it's like, are you serious? Like, I don't know what's been going on with with companies and patches nowadays. Like, I feel like I guess like being able to release a patch on the go, it's not the best thing, because companies are just not taking it seriously. Like, how are you putting out a patch that either reintroduces old bugs or enters or puts in this new killer bug that can literally destroy your PS4?
Most of the time, it's not the main team, the main developers
that work on the patch.
Yeah, patches and.
But still, though, like,
DLC
I've never heard of a
stuff.
patch that reintroduced old bugs and or breaks your PS4 like that. I mean, that's a new low. Like, companies really are not caring. And here's the thing, I think, because a lot of people are comparing Anthem to Fallout 76. I get it. I do think Anthem is worse, because I feel like Fallout 76 was like a half-assed project by Bethesda. Like, they were just like, yo, let's just get Fallout, make it online, same assets, same everything. Like, they did not care about this game. I feel like BioWare put a lot of sweat into this game, blood, sweat, and tears. It's just, it's like they're working hard, but they weren't working smart. They didn't make good stories or stuff, but the graphics look good. Everything looks good about it. Like, this was a big effort. This was this is an effort that took multiple years, that, a
lot of resources.
A lot of resources and money were put in. That's the thing. I don't think Fallout 76 cost a lot. I think it was very cheaply made. They used the same assets.
It's still a more fun game.
I'd rather play Anthem, to be honest. Not on
Don't
my.
play it on your PS4.
Yeah, not on my not on my PS4. You know what? I'll just stick with Fallout 76. You know what? I'll just do that because, geez, like, I can't imagine that. Like, I can't imagine playing it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Imagine it starts like messing up my PlayStation 4. Like, oh my god, I can't. And still, even though on Xbox it's been crashing a lot, and also on PC it will also crash. I mean, geez, it's ridiculous. And again, I feel like all these big companies, every time they put out a trailer, we always have that. We always have those moments. I mean, there was one year, and one day I want to have this conversation about what years had the best video games, or like overhyped video games, or bad video games, or what year was what. And I forgot, it was like 2014 or 2015, right after the new consoles were introduced, and how everything was like basically proven to be BS. Like the trailers were all BS. Because this is when you had Destiny,
Watch
Dogs, you had Division. Like you had all those games come out like back to back to back. Like not back to back to back, but they came out in not that far wide of a time span, and they all lied to us in the trailers. And we got too sensitive about it when Spider-Man came out, and we literally had like puddle gate. Like people were there, the puddle, where's the goddamn puddle? And it's okay, guys.
It was a design like change. It wasn't like.
I feel like that was just people. I feel like that gives us PTSD. Like we just see one change. Hey, why is that different?
Like it didn't make sense. Why was there a puddle inside a construction area?
No, yeah,
it was just a design change, yeah.
But that's the thing. There's a difference between a design change and just straight up, we're downgrading our video game. Like I hate when publishers use that excuse. Oh, we're taking things, like we're changing things. But it's like, first of all, if you change your original game from if you change your game and it's very different and you add very different mechanics to it than when you first show it off again, and then tell us like, yo, look, we changed this and this, like the graphics we're using, we actually downgraded the graphics a bit so it runs a bit better. Like, tell us. So there is
Ubisoft was famous for that.
No, and that's the thing. Ubisoft has actually made a comeback, and they fixed it.
Yeah.
They fixed it, and I give them that. They have fixed their ways. They fixed the Division. They gave us a great Assassin's Creed, probably one of the best ones in the series. They've been hitting it out the park consistently. I don't know if it's new management or they just one day.
No, it's the same guy. They just learned.
They just, you know what? And then Watch Dogs 2 was also really good. Big improvement.
Yeah. Watch Dogs 2 didn't sell that well, but it was because of Watch Dogs 1. That was when they started making their comeback.
Yeah.
And nobody really trusted them.
Yeah, but now I had their trust back after playing Odyssey and seeing all the stuff.
No, and Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh yeah.
And I played Watch Dogs 2. I loved it too.
Ubisoft is big. I'll look forward to them on E3. That's a company.
I really do. And also Mario vs. Rabbids, which obviously that was monitored by Nintendo. So
yeah.
Nintendo was like, yeah, if you're gonna touch Mario, let's look at the game before you release it. And yeah, it was good.
That was still a good game though. So that's it. I don't know if you want to add anything onto it. I don't know if you want to bash EA some more or BioWare some more.
No, I mean that's just beating on a literal dead horse. I guess there's not much to say. Everybody knows.
BioWare, get your stuff together. I mean, what would you place the percentage that BioWare doesn't make it throughout the year? That by the end of the year, BioWare will be dead. It will be no more. Like what percentage you put it at?
I would give it like. I'd be surprised. The percentage. I mean, it's kind of a arbitrary number, but I would say like 30%.
That it's still here?
No, 30% that they're gone.
That they're gone at the end of the year. I mean,
I don't think they're gonna be gone from this. I think it's gonna take like another. I'd be surprised. I don't think so.
Well, yeah, I have to see. but I place their chances at maybe at I want to say 55%. They don't make it. Like just a little bit above 50. You know, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think more than likely by the end of the year, EA just might be there like, you guys, it's been this amount of time, you've made bad games.
Who are they gonna hand Anthem to? One of their other studios? Respawn? No, they're not gonna.
Do they even want to hand it to anybody? Do they even want to like?
They're gonna maintain it. They're gonna fix it before they kill it. It's gonna be fixed, guaranteed.
I mean, and who knows? Maybe by the time, like by the end of the year, it might already be done, and you know, it might be good enough that people can still play it. But like EA, they're okay. We'll just
and they're gonna keep adding stuff. Yeah, it's just I don't know, but maybe like BioWare might not be able to touch any new IPs though. Maybe that will happen. Like Anthem would just be their game. That's gonna be BioWare.
Were they in charge of a new Star Wars game?
No.
I know. Oh, is it Respawn, right?
Respawn.
Oh, okay. I trust Respawn a lot more.
Yeah, Respawn has made great games so far, even under EA.
Yeah, so EA probably has a good feeling about Respawn. Even that's sad, dude. When
DICE, of course, has.
Yeah, DICE. Even though I feel like, you know, Battlefront's been whatever. Like I still want to get into a battleship and drive to the area that I'm fighting to without getting a stupid coin. Like I still don't understand why they don't have those fights. I remember in the original, like the early 2000s Battlefront 2, there's a fight will be two huge spaceships. You would get into a little ship and you would fly around, start shooting everything around you, and you can get into the enemy ship and basically get out and start shooting people. If you have a lightsaber, start cutting down people. That was one of the coolest levels, or one of the coolest stages out there. And the fact that they can't do that with the modern day Battlefront is sad. Like,
yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, Respawn is doing a third person action adventure game, which I'm surprised because EA closed down one of their studios because it was doing that. So no, they were making a Star Wars open world game.
I don't think it was because of that. I think they just
well, they said you guys like the game wasn't they didn't know how to monetize it.
I guess after some time passed by and then God of War came out and Spider-Man came out and all these great single player games came out and they actually dominated the year, they were like,
No, well, the reason is because they wanted from the company that I forgot what the name of the company, but they're the ones that made Dead Space. But they wanted them to make a game Uncharted series.
Was it like another
I don't know.
I forgot what their name was.
But they wanted them to make a game like the Uncharted series. And that couldn't happen because remember Uncharted took 4 games to like perfect.
Yeah.
So you couldn't just do that at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like it's a brand new studio, brand new IP, brand new.
I mean, with the Star Wars license, you probably could have done it, but it all depends. You know,
from the beginning, like from the ground up, it would have been hard. Like they wanted straight up, you know. Yeah, I'm excited for Respawn though. Respawn's.
Yeah, I want to see the direction they take. I want to see the take.
Gonna have Jedis guaranteed.
Let's see. I hopefully they do. Okay, so let's move on from there to some great news, some awesome news. So Devil May 5. Devil May
Cry.
Devil May 5.
Devil May 5. Okay.
The Devil May 5. So Devil May Cry 5 came out. And just wanted to give you guys our opinions of it. We've played it a bit. We've
Visceral Games. I'm sorry, I just interrupted. It was Visceral Games.
Oh, Visceral Games.
Down.
Yeah.
It's funny because they have them in the trailer.
Yeah,
It was supposed to be like a Han Solo open world game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, moving on from that. Resident. I don't know how he's saying Resident Evil. Devil May Cry 5 released on March 8th, 2019. And so far, I've actually really liked it. Like, I love the 3 protagonists. So basically in the game, you get 3 protagonists. 2, one is the infamous Dante. The other one was from the game before that people didn't like him too much. But in this game, because you have Dante in there, people don't mind him as much, I guess. Since it's like, okay, you're not replacing Dante. So I guess he's somewhat more. He's a lot more likable this gamer this like time around. And then you have a third new character, which his powers. I mean, the man has like I forgot what it was, like a raven and like a wolf base, or no, not a wolf. What was it? It was like a
raven and like a tiger.
Yeah, a panther, tigerish type thing.
Panther.
Yeah, and it was, oh my god, like their powers are completely different, and I actually enjoy that a lot. I enjoy that the fact that like one of them has, Dante has his gun, the other guy has his arm, and then the third guy has his animals, and they play completely different. I honestly like really enjoyed that. I feel like games like that give you like such a like replayability factor to it when you
what do you mean?
Like when you have three, because you can play it three separate ways, like so you can basically just keep playing it like basically with different characters, and it's like a new experience. You get me? Like you just
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's like two different experiences. Yeah, but
they're different enough. They're different enough that it feels
the gameplay
different.
is it changes a lot. Obviously Dante and the other what was the guy's name with one arm?
Was it Nero?
Nero. I feel like their gameplay is kind of similar, right?
Nero. What happened? What happened with him? Him and Dante are a little bit. They're both similar, but they still play differently. The third guy is completely different. Like he goes off the wall. Nero, I think the thing with Nero is his arm. That's like his robotic arm. That's his main like focus. That's his main thing. So I mean, he looks pretty cool. I didn't play the last Devil May Cry, but like everybody that did say that they kind of liked them, but they like Dante more. So, but still. And then Dante.
Yeah, I don't really play Devil May Cry games, so I don't.
Yeah, and then Dante. Okay, so Nero has like the electric arm, and then Dante has that like basically demon arm. So they both have, but they have different. They do different things with it. There's different combos you can use as well. So, but still, awesome game. It was a bit short in my opinion. It was around like 15 hours long, and it does have like some replayability, and it is a high budget looking game. It looks expensive, it looks nice.
But action games are short, so
yeah, that's the thing. They are short, but the combo system
15 hours is still a good amount of time.
No, yeah.
It's just we're used to RPGs.
That's the thing.
Like 80 to 100 hours. But still, in terms of an action game, yeah, it's still good.
15 hours? No, yeah, it's not bad. The one thing that I liked was the music. Like I actually liked that rock and roll type of like it was a bunch of stuff. It was a bunch of different genres, but it was trying to go like this punk music / rock / like a bunch of stuff. I like it. I like when game scores try to go that route. I really enjoy the music. Like I said, the characters were really good. The action. I like the additional stuff, like the Mega Man Buster, like the
yeah.
You have I forgot what it's called, the Buster gun or whatever it's called, or whatever.
The Buster, I don't know.
You have Mega Man's gun. It's a weapon you can get in the game. It's super cute. You shoot the little balls because it's made by Capcom, so they have to shout them out. One thing that I loved was the difficulty. It's a difficult game. Devil May Cry has always been like that. I think Devil May Cry was like Ninja Gaiden.
It's difficult, but they're even like one of the scores. It scores you on style, so like it's very flashy.
Yeah, very flashy. And I think from what I've heard, I've never played the older Devil May Cry games. And if you haven't, it's okay. They have like cool videos like on the menu that you can watch and stuff like that are like help you out throughout that tell you the story basically of Devil May Cry, like the whole series. But I heard that this was like one of the original like super hard games, like the original series with like it's like up there with like Ninja Gaiden as like super hard games, like before Dark Souls came around and was like the definitive difficult game to play. That's what I heard about the Devil May Cry series. I mean, this game is no different because it's difficult. It's not impossibly difficult.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was
It's
a
not
huge
Dark
challenge.
Souls or anything.
I died a lot
Or, like-
though. I mean, it could get.
No, Dark Souls, like a skeleton, like, is deadly.
Yeah, I get you. No, but in this game, like it's the same thing where if you start eating crap, if you start messing around, it'll catch up to you real quick. Your HP bar will whoop, like that. And I like those games like that. If you even think that you can mess around, oh, it's gonna slap you around. It's gonna hit you a few times and be like, hey, calm down, come back to earth. So I like that. I didn't like the bad guy. That was whatever, kind of bland, kind of average. But the story was whatever. I like the characters. I wouldn't say the plot really like did anything for me. I don't know if you enjoyed the plot or you enjoyed any of the characters.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't played it.
Oh, like from what you've seen, because I know you've seen a lot of gameplay of it and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, they look cool. They look, they look charismatic. They look quirky.
I like the way,
It's always interesting to see that. That's all really I can say. I don't know like too much about it.
No,
other than, like, gameplay and
it's
stuff.
really cool, like when they talk to each other and stuff like that, and they build dialogue. The three of them are different. I thought that they would just be like three clones of each other, personality-wise. They're different enough. Dante's like I wouldn't say like the old, pissed off guy, but he's he's the veteran. Nero's kind of like the younger guy, and then the new guy, he's the new guy basically. But
He's an edgelord.
Well, all three of them are like edgelordy, I guess.
No, but yeah, the other guy takes the cake.
But Dante's like retired edgelord, and then Nero's more like teenager edgelord, and the other guy is like completely edgelord. Like this guy, he look like he could be.
I love how you just quantified edge.
Yeah, I just turned it into a science. I mean,
Yeah.
the new character look like he could be a character on Death Note. Like he's just edgelord to the maximum. Like, but still, I enjoyed it. I kind of wish it was longer. Like, I just feel like this game isn't super meaty when it comes to like.
I think you're comparing it to RPGs though.
No, but still, action RPGs. Still, I mean, 15 hours is whatever. Normally, still, action RPGs will still run you like 20 to 30 hours though. Or not action RPGs, action games could still run you that much. But it's still like 15 hours. It's not bad.
Yeah, but it's like good. It's a good 15 hours. Like
It is.
Like you're having fun the entire time.
It is, yeah, it is. And I was like
So you know what I mean? Like a short game that's fun the entire time is better than a game that just prolongs it and stuff.
Nah, that's true. The and yeah, I like the difficulty. I've after playing Mega Man a lot, I've been getting into really difficult games, so I enjoyed the difficulty. And yeah, I recommend this game. If you're into Devil May Cry, you already have it, so there's no point in telling you that. If you're into any action games, for sure get it. I'd say if you're into Dark Souls, because I think it's as as difficult.
Because I mean, like,
it's not as difficult as Dark Souls.
To the minions, yeah.
It's not as difficult as Dark Souls, but it's still a challenge. Like, even if you beat all the Dark Souls games, it's still this still will present a challenge to you. Like,
I don't know. I mean, if you beat all the Dark Souls games, you could probably beat any game.
No, you can, but I'm saying it won't be easy. It won't be a walk through the park, this game. So, really good game. I kind of like the way Capcom's been handling things, even though I hate the microtransactions in this game. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, but
I mean, basically,
it's cosmetic. You don't have to worry about it.
No, not in here though. Not in.
What do you mean?
In here, it's like if you want to pay for like combo, like if you could pay for abilities, money, like that. Instead of unlocking them, you can just pay for it. But this is kind of like.
Yeah, but it's the abilities. They're cosmetic. You can blow through the entire game without needing them.
No, I mean, you unlock them. You can unlock the abilities. You can just unlock them earlier by paying.
Yeah, but like I said, you can just mash the X button or whatever.
I mean, you need combos. You need to master the combos. But honestly, you can unlock them. It's not incredibly hard to unlock the combos. It's just I just hate the fact that the option's there to pay for them. Like, really? Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's become a staple already, so it's like,
still though,
whatever.
moves, like, these are actual moves and stuff. Like, my thing is like, well, here's how I feel. I feel weird. My thing is like, if it's like that argument, like, oh, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, did it make a sound, or like something like that? It's like, if a video game company puts microtransactions that are unnecessary and you don't really need to use them in the game, do they even count? Like, do we even, like, I know people are like anti microtransactions and stuff like that, but I'm like, if they're totally unnecessary and you don't need to buy them ever, I'm like, then what's the point? You get me?
Yeah.
So it's,
I mean, like I said, it doesn't affect gameplay, so.
like, it's bad microtransactions in terms of, like, I don't see anybody buying this. Like, if you like Devil May Cry, you want to earn those combos. So, like, again, bad implementation, but I guess a bad implementation makes them really unnecessary and kind of, I don't have to spend money on them. So, again, good and bad thing. Capcom's been weird with their microtransactions. I'll give them
Oh
that
yeah,
negative thing.
remember Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5. So.
Yeah, no, like, I'll give them that as a negative. They've been weird with their microtransactions, but they have been putting out good games. So it's, they're not perfect, but they're doing good so far. So whatevs. Shout out to Capcom. Keep making good games. Figure out your microtransactions. So great game. Moving on to a list. We're gonna.
Somebody's shooting a gun right now.
What happened?
Outside my house.
What happened?
A neighbor is shooting his gun right now.
Alright, I mean, for no reason.
I don't know. Maybe he's shooting his wife right now. I'll know tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we find out tomorrow. We got more important things to talk about.
No, he always shoots his gun. Yeah, he always.
Well, we have
likes to shoot his gun sometimes.
We have more important things to talk about than your PTSD neighbor. Top 5 sequels we want in video games. Okay, so there's a few rules. Now, the game has to be minimum 5 years old, and you can't, it'd be stupid if you ask for a sequel that's like about a game that came out like a few months ago. Like, let the game breathe. So we really want to pick games that have
Anthem 2.
No, thank you. That just blows up your PS4. Like, there's been multiple explosions, multiple dead people because of Anthem 2. Nah, I'm good. But so yeah, the rules are the game has to be 5 years old, which is the minimum. 5 years old, needs to be. Oh, I looked back from 2014 and back, and maybe if it's not technically 5 years, if you count the months, it doesn't matter. If it came out in 2014 and before then, I'll count it. And also, it can't have a confirmed sequel in the making. So games like Elder Scrolls or Metroid, which we know that there's sequels coming in, we don't count those. If there's a few rumors coming out and stuff like that, we'll still I'll put it on the list. I'll put it on my list at least. If there's like a few rumors and stuff like that, nothing 100% confirmed. So yeah, I don't know if you want to start it.
You can go first.
That's racist, but okay. Gonna look at my list. So number 5 in the top sequels that I want. Number 5, it's Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance.
Isn't that based on why? That game sucked.
I don't think you've heard of it. Actually, no, it's not Metal Gear Solid Rising. It's Metal Gear Rising. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, it's like the future one.
The one with the blade. You've never seen it. I don't think you've seen it.
I have.
I don't think.
Not only have I seen it, I played it on the 360.
How can you say that sucks? You can cut robots into like tiny pieces. You can literally cut everything in the game.
Come on.
The game. Look it up. Look up the gameplay. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance gameplay. So okay, First of all, it's Metal Gear Solid, but don't get it twisted. It's an action game. Honestly, I don't even know. It could have not been Metal Gear. It could have not had the Metal Gear name to it. I wouldn't care. Like, it is, but it is an action game where it's like your sword literally slices everything. Like, one of your main moves is basically when you stop time and you literally you point where you want the sword to cut at what angle, and you.
I mean, it is a Metal Gear game, because you become Snake.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a off. It's a
it doesn't compare
offset.
to the other games. Yeah.
I'm not really saying that it compares to other games. I'm saying it's a off brand. You know, it's not like the main series. Like.
Yeah.
So my thing again. It's super fast gameplay. It's super huge, big, awesome bosses you fight, and it's like super over the top action. And this was back in the 360 era. This was back, I forgot what the game came out. It was like 2008, 2009. It came out a long time ago. I just feel like with the advancements we made in technology. By the way, Sentry, that's exactly how the gameplay looks. You can cut people up, like, literally, like...
Yeah, I don't remember that. That just literally... I've seen some pretty gratuitous moments.
That's in the game.
For some reason, that made me, blew me back. Cut this guy's arms off.
No, that's in the game. That's in the game.
I remember it then.
And you pick the angles that you want to cut their arms in and stuff like that as your ultimate move. Time slows down. Like, look up gameplay from it. And my thing, it's over the top. It's huge. It's big. And I'm like, if you put this now in the next gen, in these generation of consoles,
Konami, not Kojima, remember?
I know, but I'm saying if they're able to push this to the next gen,
it's probably gonna be a pachinko game.
I'm sorry, pachinko.
I'm sorry, champion, but this is as real as it's gonna get. We're not. Any game from Konami, yeah.
But yeah,
it's arcade.
It's just a game I'm hoping for. You get me? With the advancements we made in graphics and the more particles you're able to flit. Oh, by the way, it was developed by Platinum, so that's what I'm saying. The action is jam packed, and I think if you introduced it to the next gen where you're able to put more particles and more effects on screen than ever before, this game would be 1,000 times even better. If they get a part 2. So you're
saying even just a remake would be
a remake would be good. I feel if they just totally if they did a part 2 and made it from scratch, like, oh my god, the possibilities would be amazing. So that's my number 5, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Yeah, I'd like to get a sequel to that game. So Sentry, your number 5 is. Drum roll.
StarCraft 3.
Oh, that's actually a good one. Oh, that's actually a great one. I didn't think of that one.
StarCraft, man. I played StarCraft before I played video games. If you can wrap your head around.
Yeah, I got you.
StarCraft was.
I played the old one because my computer couldn't. I had a crappy computer.
Yeah, I had a crappy computer, and StarCraft was it. That's the game that I don't know, it's always been my childhood, and it got me into strategy games, and I love strategy games. And we haven't got a new StarCraft game, and I'm kind of scared what Blizzard's gonna do. Probably gonna get a StarCraft mobile. Yeah, stop. Oh my god.
Yeah, I already called it.
Yeah. And there's another Blizzard game on my list.
I mean, knowing Blizzard, it'll still probably be good, but it's like, damn it, I want a full StarCraft game.
No, yeah, I mean a full. I don't know. There's not many games that are like that tower defense, like Age of Empires type style. You know what I mean? You build your base.
Yeah.
And then your soldiers fight it out. There's not that I don't know. It doesn't seem that popular anymore. But still.
I mean,
I want to see. I feel like if anybody can bring it back, StarCraft can.
I mean, how would you feel on StarCraft on the Switch?
Well, what do you mean, the originals?
The originals.
StarCraft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I think with the touchpad, it's doable.
Not even, yeah.
Or yeah, still if you want to play it on dock,
but
still.
I don't think we're gonna. It didn't even come out on the Xbox because I couldn't run it. So.
Yeah. Wait. The
2.
The 360?
No, the Xbox One.
What do you mean the Xbox One couldn't handle StarCraft 2?
Dude, because there's a bunch of like particles and like a bunch of characters.
Nah,
it's a CPU heavy game.
My old computer handled it, and I was like, not my super old computer, but like my newer computer.
No, but how stable? Like it has to at least reach 30 FPS at full max capacity.
I guess, yeah. I didn't notice the FPS. This is a strategy game. I really don't care about FPS.
But yeah, you will. Like you know what I mean? Like it's still as a console game, it has to have a.
I guess.
Stable FPS.
That's crazy though. That's still crazy. Okay, so that's your number 5.
Yes.
Okay,
StarCraft.
so that's a great number 5. I actually wish I would have thought of that one. Okay, my number 4. This is a game that I feel can be upgraded. And be turned. In the landscape that we're in, I feel like it could do big things, very big things. And that's
okay.
And that's
run for president.
It's Left 4 Dead 3. I think the Left 4 Dead series is iconic.
Isn't it just like Call of Duty Zombies mode, the game?
No, but it got deeper. It got deep. It was a lot deeper. It was more, even it was focused a lot on co-op, and I feel like No, yeah, like the
Call of Duty Zombies, the game.
No, but I'm saying like just because something has co-op doesn't make it similar. I'm saying
No, yeah, I know, but
no, but still, its own. But still, Left 4 Dead, I feel like was always different, and like even the newest zombie versions that are, they're expansive and they have a lot of stuff. But I just feel like it was a lot more. I don't know. It was just.
I think we have
actual
plenty of
funner.
zombie games in this world.
But that's the thing. This was the original one. And what I would want is for this to come back into a genre that it basically birthed. It didn't birth by itself, but it helped birth. If it could come in and just retake glory. Huh?
It's fine. I don't know. I don't think that's the proper way to utilize birth.
No, it could. It could whatever. It birthed the zombie, the high amount of zombie games in the market, and I just would love to see it come back. Use not only because I felt like Dead by Daylight was very close to achieving that like aspect, and it didn't. Like it was very good single player, and it was the multiplayer was whatever. The co-op was decent. But I feel like a Left 4 Dead 3 game that focuses basically it basically puts in like, yeah, you can have Call of Duty style shooting like zombies, but it basically puts in all the zombie games together, all the zombie stereotype games. If you could smash it into like the new Left 4 Dead, and again, it's made by Valve. Obviously Valve only works in twos, but Valve still is the daddy of video game companies, and I feel like if they made a part 3 just on their name, it means that they would improve it and they would add on to it, and they would, it would be great, especially with Valve's name on it.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
There's not much I can say. Like, I don't really like zombie games, so it's whatever for me.
I mean, yeah, it's one of the first ones. It's one of the first ones to do it, and it it has a lot. By the way, it has a lot of mod support too. That's another thing I like. They're able to. That's actually a good idea too. Like if they were able to have mod support on the consoles for like Left 4 Dead 3 and stuff like that, that'd be actually really cool. So Left 4 Dead 3. Hope it happens, Valve. If you can finally break your streaks of 2 and make a third part, it'd be great. So you're number 4, Sentry.
Wait. You mean the fourth part?
Huh?
Oh, there's only 2 Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I was confused. So, my 4th game on the list has to be... it's just, like, these games, like, I don't know how to categorize them, like, in the 5s. I'm gonna do it like what I did last time. They're all equally, I would be excited if they announced it. And this is a Nintendo game, Super Mario RPG. I don't know if you ever played that.
Oh
champion.
yeah. I mean, it hasn't released in that long. It's been 5 years since the last one.
I think it's been like 20 years. Champion.
RPG, but didn't they remake it on the
Never
3DS?
been remade. Nope. There's been a spiritual successor, which was Paper Mario.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
Or no,
I'm thinking
Mario and Luigi's in the browser or something. I don't know.
'Cause-
But they're spiritual successors. It's not a sequel at all. Like, it has nothing to do with it.
Okay, yeah. Because I remember like Paper Mario was sort of like that, and had RPG elements to it and stuff. So yeah, I'm confusing it with.
Yeah,
Paper
23 years to be exact.
Jeez.
Yeah. If you ever played it, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I haven't played it.
It seems ridiculous. Like, oh, it's a Mario RPG. What are you gonna do? No, it's good. Has a great story. Has some amazing characters. Like, obviously, amazing characters. Mario, Luigi. It was good though. It was a good game. It was a good RPG. And I think people lose their freaking minds if they release one on the Switch.
That's what I was gonna ask. You think they do that?
I mean, yeah, why not? Why not, Nintendo?
Super Mario RPG. I
Dude,
I
they
think
would
it's
sell
good. It's good for the
so
Switch.
many.
Strategy games on the go. I like that.
Yeah, it's an RPG. I mean,
like
there's
RPG
plenty of
games, yeah.
RPGs.
Like turn-based RPGs on the go. That's where it's at, dude. That's where it's at. That's the best market for the Switch.
That's my fourth game, and that's why I'm saying, like, all these games on my list, they're all equally incredible. Yeah, like, if you want to get it for Super Nintendo,
Oh
for
god.
Comic-Con,
No, I'm good.
$3,000 on eBay.
I mean, it doesn't. You know what? I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm.
Just,
I have better things than that. I have better things to do with $3,000
yeah, honestly, Super Mario RPG, I think, was one of the Nintendo's best games.
of all time.
One of them.
I mean,
Of all time.
people do say great things about it. So, and I haven't played it, so I can't say anything. But
It's one. Few have like compared in scale and ambition to Super Mario. Like, it's.
could it be that
It's
they're
good.
they're too scared to, because they know that they do a sequel, it might fail. I feel like that's the case with all these games.
No, I mean, Nintendo has like a good. Dude, all they have to do, like, it's just. I don't even know.
All I have to do
Like,
is
my
just not
mouth is
mess up.
salivating just thinking about the possibility of it coming out. Like, it would sell. It would do amazing.
It would. I would buy it.
Yeah, like Paper Mario was a spiritual successor to that, but it has nothing to do with it. So,
Would you rather an original Super Mario RPG on the Switch or a new Paper Mario on the Switch?
no. Yeah, Super Mario.
Okay.
Yeah, we have. I think a Paper Mario recently came out on 3DS. So
I mean, we have a Cardboard Yoshi game.
yeah,
also-
but it's paper. So I guess I don't know. I've never played the Paper Mario games.
I actually have played like sections of it because my friend had it, and the art style is super nice. It looks beautiful. So that's a good number 4. I like that pick. So number 4, Super Mario RPG, right? Correct. That's
Yes.
the full name. Okay.
Yes.
On to my number 3. That's my drum roll. Number 3. This game is the greatest game of all time. I'm just kidding. Okay, this game, we're not gonna get. Okay, it's a lot of things are gonna happen for this game to come out. A lot of
PT.
legal things have to
On the
happen.
Atari.
A lot of legal battles have to be fought for this game to ever come out.
The Atari ET game.
That too. That game made my number 6 on the list.
Okay.
But I'm talking about The Force Unleashed.
Yeah, that's not coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fantasy. I think you should choose another one.
No, I mean that's the list. I'm choosing games that aren't confirmed
Oh,
that I would want
thought
sequels.
it was still possible.
No, just games that we want sequels for. Just sequels aren't confirmed, and I'm like, yeah, this one's definitely ain't confirmed.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, you
THQ went bankrupt.
you can't tell
LucasArts, yeah.
you can't tell the future though. I mean, maybe they might be able. EA might be able to put you. You can make a game. You can make a I'm pretty sure you can make a sequel to a game without, as long as you own the license and there's some sort of licensing deal. Like, you don't think EA can do some sort of deal with the old publisher if they're, if they're closed down? Can't you just, isn't the property up for grabs? I mean, you have Star Wars license.
No, it goes with them if they never sold it.
If they never sold it, but they can just buy it from whoever the owner was.
I don't know. I don't know.
Cause I
mean, I remember it. I loved it. I loved Force Unleashed 1 and 2.
Because my thing is like,
which one did you like more, 1 or 2?
I liked the gameplay from 2 more. I just like the more modern gameplay from it.
I loved 2. I mean 1 because it was like, it was.
I like the story. I like the story.
I love the story.
I like the story more on 1, yeah.
And yeah, but Force Unleashed 2 was that was great.
My thing is, this is what I think, because I think here's the thing, we might never get a sequel, but we might get a spiritual successor.
Spiritual successor I think would be more.
Yeah, and I'll still be happy
possible.
with that.
Maybe a straight up, like, who knows? Maybe Respawn's game. It's a third-person action adventure game.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, but I don't know. I don't know exactly what route they're gonna take. I mean, this probably has the best lightsaber combat of all time. Am I crazy or like? You look at all the games. You hear me?
Yeah, we cut off for a second.
I think this is the best like lightsaber dueling in games. Like, I think out there, like, period.
No.
You sure? Like, I know.
Yeah, Jedi Academy.
I looked up Jedi Academy and it looked cool, but I mean, this is up there. This is at least the best looking.
I mean, you kind of just look at this.
The best.
I'm showing you some Jedi Academy dueling.
It's more technical. You're right, but I think the Force Unleashed.
I mean, it's literally based on just Jedi fighting.
Like the different styles of combat and the different.
Yeah.
They should do. That reminds me of what was that game called that came out recently that failed? It's actually Ubisoft. It's one of their bad games that they've made in the last 3 years. Even though they've been really good. Forgot what that game is called. Oh my god, the one where you fight people one-on-one.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, the game where you fight people one-on-one and you can pick ninjas or you can pick, I think, Viking people. Well, whatever. It reminds me of that game, like Jedi Academy. Like, at least like the footage you showed me, I've heard of it, of Jedi Academy. I never really played it. You get me? I've always like wanted to though. And Knights of the Old Republic as well was.
Yeah, I remember I downloaded it.
Oh, by the way,
there's a multiplayer scene.
By the way,
yeah, it's actually very active.
I actually meant For Honor. That's the game I was talking
about. Oh,
For
Honor. Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. I mean, Again, that would also be cool if they remade this game as well. But
oh yeah, I know. Yeah, like I remember, it's the multiplayer scene still exists. I actually have it, like on Steam. Like it's actually like it fills up. Like a lot of people still play the multiplayer on this game.
That's crazy.
And
but
it's insane.
If we get
because I remember when you would fight, you would like it was like all you had, it was one hit kill. Like, if it touched you.
Okay. No, I mean, it's a great game. It looks like a great game. And, what's it called? But yeah, my number 3 is The Force Unleashed. Will we get it? Probably not, like I said.
No.
But if we get a spiritual successor, I'll be still very happy. And it kind of sucks, because I really wanted to see Star Killer's, like, progression. And, well, like, not much progression, but, like.
He dead.
Yeah, so I'm like.
Spoiler alert if you never played it, but
I like to see like in that same world or universe, like
more
world building.
I mean, he came back to life, so
yeah,
they bring him back, let him fight Vader again.
I like that they confirmed that LucasArts confirmed it was canon. That made me feel really cool. That made the game feel very cool. Like, damn, this is canon. Darth Vader really had an apprentice. That's cool.
That almost like killed him.
Yeah. Jeez, like,
right before Luke came, so
Star Wars is rough, but so yeah, that's my number 3. Sentry, you're number 3.
So this is another Blizzard game. I wonder if you can guess.
Blizzard?
It's had a lot of Blizzard game, yeah. It has a lot of controversy because they released a spin-off title on it.
Oh, Diablo?
Diablo. Like a Diablo 4.
I mean,
have you ever played Diablo? It's a looter. I don't want to say looter shooter. It's a looter RPG.
Yeah.
There's a lot of loot involved.
I played a little bit of. I remember I played a demo of Diablo 3 because I remember it was like super hyped when it first came out. Diablo 3. When did 4 come out though? It came out like.
No, 4 never came out.
Oh, it never came out. Oh, okay.
No, Diablo Immortal is the
fourth one.
No, well, I mean, it is, but it's the mobile game. Yeah.
I mean, technically, if it's a sequel, you kind of broke the rules. You got a rule breaker in here.
It's not a sequel.
I mean,
it's a mobile game.
It could still, because I didn't count the Alien game.
Look at the dislikes on this video, man.
I didn't. For example, I was gonna count Alien Isolation, but they said the mobile game was a sequel and it was canon.
Well, yeah, this is not like a. At least I don't think it is. They haven't said it. I don't know. I feel like Blizzard's kind of.
They don't want to say too much about this game anymore. We're just gonna release it and just stop bullying us.
Yeah, they just one trailer and that was it. That's all the feedback they needed.
I love Blizzard though. Like they're good. I get it. Like I get, and that's the thing. I've never played Diablo, so I don't know how pissed off people must have been. But I'd imagine it. My thing is that whatever they make.
Well, it's been years since we got a Diablo game.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Ha, you want a Diablo? Here's a Diablo mobile game." People are like, what?
Here's my thing though. If they come out and they're like, look, we're working on a legit sequel, but it's not gonna be out for a while, so here's this to like keep y'all company.
Then we'll be like, why are the developers doing this?
No, because you can just say that the A team is working on that and you have your B team working on the app. That's the thing though.
Well, this is the A team.
Didn't they confirm? Or didn't they say like, oh, we have an actual mainline game coming sometime? Like they said something like that, right? They never confirmed it, but they said like, oh, it's, we want to take out a sequel.
Yeah, it was this.
I mean, I would have staged it as that. Like, we are working on a sequel, but for the meantime, here's an app.
A couple years ago, they were like, oh yeah, we have a new Diablo game in the works. Everybody.
But they did hype it up though. They did hype it up as like if it was gonna be a brand new Diablo game, and that's.
And then when they announced it at BlizzCon.
That's the thing.
It was just like.
Because if you would have,
you idiot. They were just.
If you would have made that announcement as in like, okay, we're gonna give you something to entertain you while we're working on the mainline series, and they wouldn't have made it in such a big event, and they wouldn't have made it such a big deal, and they wouldn't have teased new Diablo game so much. I think they actually could have, probably given us it probably wouldn't have been that bad, the backlash. I just feel like they didn't know the temperature in the room. They didn't read the room correctly. They went in there and they thought that they were on top of the world, and they got a big slice of humble pie.
Yeah, I mean, technically Diablo 3 came out again on the Switch, but it's not a sequel, so.
No, yeah. And I think it's doing really well. I might try it out on the Switch. So, let's see. So that was your number 3, correct?
Yes.
My number 2. And I don't know, I think you have this one on your list. You have number 1 or number 2 on your list. I'm hoping. If not, we're going to have several issues. Number 2 is Dragon Age. I mean, They already announced it though. No, I need like a something trailer teaser.
There's already have you not seen it?
What is it though? Like, is it actual something legit or is it like?
Yeah, it's a trailer.
But
what do you mean? Straight up. Official teaser trailer at Game Awards. Yeah, come on, man. That's cheating. There's like a bunch of like lore talking behind here.
Did they give a date?
No, but it's they're working on it. It's confirmed. Like, this is their trailer.
I don't know, cause they didn't say Dragon Age a sequel or anything.
Okay.
It might be a spin-off.
I mean, you know you're pushing it. You're pushing it right now.
No, because for example, Metroid Prime 4 has 4 in the title. It's part of the series. You know.
Okay,
Elder Scrolls
Inquisition
6.
was part of the universe.
But
I mean, they're not gonna use the same characters.
Inquisition Part 2. I don't even want, because I played the mainline series and it was good, but I liked Inquisition so much better than the other
Probably
games.
gonna be Dragon Age 76.
Exactly. So that's why.
Nah, that was a comment. It was a comment.
No, but the comment agrees with me. So.
Oh yeah, when you asked me if Bioware's gonna disappear, of course not. They still got Dragon Age. I forgot.
I mean, that's why I wanted to put it as number 1, but. I don't know. I'm losing trust in them. I'm losing trust. I'm like, I want a Dragon Age sequel. Here's the weird thing though. I don't know if I want it made by BioWare. And that's sad.
Oh my god. I know.
That's sad. It's like I
have one BioWare game on my list. But nah.
Yeah. Like make somebody else make it, please. Please. But yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition was so awesome. The kingdom building your own kingdom, your own throne. Like I just love that part. I don't think that part was in. Yeah, that part wasn't in the other 2 games. It was a lot more character dialogues and stuff like that. They can do like a sequel to Inquisition. That's more what I meant too. Like a sequel straight up to Inquisition where you're doing your castle and stuff like that. I feel like the next Dragon Age is gonna be more like the original Dragon Age games. More adventure.
Where it was concentrated.
Yeah.
Adventure action game.
Okay, so I'll change it to that. To conform to the rules, I would like a Dragon Age Inquisition sequel.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean.
So that sounds better. So Dragon Age Inquisition is my number 2. Sentry, what is your number 2?
So this is also a BioWare game.
Jeez.
But this is dear to my heart.
I'm trying to guess.
The Old Republic.
Oh.
Part 3.
Star
Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah, I consider that game. But
how? What do you mean you considered it? It's the Old Republic.
No, I considered it. I just feel like BioWare, because my thing is Dragon Age came out not that long ago. So if they just repeat what they did, it would work out. But since Star Wars is Knights of the Old Republic is so old.
Well, is it still canon? Didn't
you mean
Disney say it wasn't canon or something?
Wait, but do you mean the Old Republic or Knights of the Old Republic?
Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so Knights of the Old Republic, I feel like it's so old that like you'd have to change a lot, and I don't trust BioWare. Like Dragon Age Inquisition, just update the graphics, add a few more options, and that's it. Like that to me is all you need to do. But with Knights of the Old Republic, you have to update a lot of stuff.
An RPG in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, here's the thing. This is basically why I wouldn't want Dragon Age to do it. They would turn this in. I mean, not Dragon. This is what, this is what I wouldn't want BioWare to do it. They'd probably try to turn it into a looter shooter.
What? I can't comprehend that. It's like, what?
Exactly.
No, it's an RPG. No.
Yeah.
Battlefront.
A looter shooter with RPG elements. I feel like BioWare would do that. Like I feel like it doesn't make sense to me either. I'm just saying what I think they would do.
So they're gonna make Dragon Age, the next one they're making, into a card game.
I mean, I'm hoping like Dragon Age is so, it came out recently, I guess, compared to like Knights of the Old Republic, that I'm like hoping like, oh, you don't need to change that much. Knights of the Old Republic, the thing is, it's been like 20 years. Not 20 years. Like 15 years.
I don't know. Like 20 years, I feel like.
20, 15, well, whatever. It's been a long time. They need to update a lot of things. And my thing is, like, that's a lot for BioWare to do. That I don't trust them. I just don't trust them. I don't want to. If this is done by somebody else, yes. But right now, like, oh my God, why can't Square Enix own the Star Wars license? Why?
I don't know. That's not.
But yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a heavy RPG because this game was too heavy into the RPG mechanics. I don't think they'll. I don't know. I just don't trust them. I don't trust BioWare to handle this. Okay, and again, I think if the correct sequel was made, I'd probably prefer this game to like Dragon Age. But you know, it's a big if. It's a big if, especially coming from BioWare right now. It's sad. It's sad that it's gotten to this point with BioWare. This whole episode's turned into one BioWare bashing episode. I didn't even know that our top 5 lists were gonna be so much BioWare bashing.
I mean,
it's like,
they've made a lot of good games in the past, so.
But yeah. So it's time. I think we might have the same number 1.
We'll see.
Okay, like you switched it up on me. I'm gonna switch it up on you. You're number 1, Sentry. Boom. What is it?
Okay.
If it's the same one, let's talk about it together. If it's not,
So my number 1 game
come on, let's agree.
is Bookworm Adventures. No, I'm kidding.
Revenge of the
We had the same one.
of the fertilizers.
Yeah, that's a good title. I like that. No, obviously. No, my number 1 game. Like, here's the thing. Like I said, they're all the same to me. Guess. I want you to guess. Like, you've known me for a while.
I mean, what company is it? What company makes it?
Wait, I have to Google it. But if I Google it, you can see what I'm Googling. So no, just guess. You know me.
Is it online game? Is it a store?
No.
What year did it last release in?
See, like, I didn't do that much research. I just know it. Here, let me look this up real quick.
Yeah, you can
I
just.
feel like you should go first then.
No.
See, I just switched it up. It's a switcher up.
You can't do that. That's illegal.
I switched it back. So now you go.
I mean, can you guess mine?
Okay, do you have a hint?
Let me see. I'll give you one hint. Right here. I'll tell you who made it. It was made. Okay, no, I'll tell you who published it. 2K. 2K Games.
Okay. So, well, the developer's Rockstar, any chance?
Rockstar. Wait, you're
Oh no.
you're the guy who developed the people who developed your game was Rockstar?
Yeah.
Midnight Club?
No.
Not GTA.
No, not GTA.
Not.
What other game Rockstar made that hasn't had a sequel?
Whew, I don't want to look it up. I really want to figure it out.
Think about it. It's Rockstar. They haven't made that many games.
If I look it up, I'll know. I shouldn't. I'm looking it up. I'm sorry. Rockstar Games.
Don't. Just think about it.
I mean, I'm trying.
It takes place in a school.
Oh, Bully.
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 Come on.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, it's actually a good number 1. It's not my number 1.
Bully, bro.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Enough
I like
said.
that pick.
It's so, like, I feel like it'll do so good now. Like, in its current, like, market, I think a new Bully game did really well.
Yeah.
Like, in the world of Persona, you know, where Persona
And I feel like you can make.
has that, like, school life system and stuff. Like, come on.
And
Bully game.
And that's the thing, since you don't have to make a huge city to make a Bully game. You just have to make a really big school and like maybe a small town around it.
Not only that, just make a school.
In depth,
Maybe
though.
like a little bit like a little town where it's like your house.
Yeah.
But the school has like a bunch of mechanics, clubs, everything. You know what I mean?
And like every student is like their own student that like, you know, they go there every day and you can like talk to them and affect them and do different stuff. Okay, yeah, I can see that. That's actually a very good pick. I mean, we haven't had a bully game in years. I forgot that game existed.
That's a good pick then.
That's a great pick. That is a great pick. My pick, I'm actually ashamed, and I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna hit you when I see you next time, because you didn't pick this game. You didn't put this game on your list at all, and I'm like, geez, it deserves a spot. You get me? I mean, I already gave you a clue. 2K games. Can you?
2K.
I mean, I'll give you one more clue, but it's gonna make it too obvious. It takes place.
No, wait. So what do you mean, like Borderlands?
No.
Or no, BioShock. I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, BioShock. Yeah, I've never played the BioShock games.
What?
So.
You know, it's a funny thing. I never played 1 or 2, but I played Infinite. It's amazing. It is.
Did you play it to like the end?
No, not to the end. But so, I loved it. I
know the ending. Like
I know the ending
as
well. Yeah, I looked it up after a little bit. They should re-release it on the Switch. I would buy it on the Switch.
Yeah, it's on mobile, and I think it's on the Vita.
Yeah, I mean, I fell in love with the BioShock series when I heard of this game called oh my god, what was the original name? System Shock.
Yeah, System Shock.
System Shock or whatever. I was like, wow. I'm like, how come this game never got a sequel? And it's like, well, technically, BioShock is a sequel. And I was like, oh. And I looked it up, and then that's when like kind of when Infinite was coming out, and I was kind of wanting a scary game, and this game wasn't really like, you know, the first 2 BioShocks that were like underwater and it was like quiet and stuff like that. This was more open. It was beautiful, one of the most beautiful games, and the art style is gorgeous. And I was like, okay, it's not what I was expecting, but I still had a great time, and I loved it. I loved the story.
Yeah, one of my friends, Josh, he played all the BioShock games like recently. Not recently, like 2 years ago, I would say. Still pretty recent, and it was like a collection or something, and he loved it. He says like one of his favorite series.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give, you know what, I won't give you slack because you haven't played it. That's fair. I thought you.
Yeah,
have.
I mean, I know they're. I mean, are you? I'm sure they're gonna come out with another one.
I mean,
is there any reason that there isn't? You know what I mean?
That's I didn't look it up, but I'm like I'm pretty sure if there was an announcement for BioShock, I would have known. Like, people would have been freaked out over it.
Yeah.
But yes, BioShock. I mean, beautiful. They tell a story. Makers of BioShock, they know how to craft a story. They're like, it's like Picasso painting. It's just paint that, paint. I mean, I don't know where the next one will take place. Maybe outer space. Maybe, I don't know. Wherever it takes place, though, I have confidence in them. So that's my number 1, BioShock.
Yeah.
So we disagreed a few times, a few controversial picks like Dragon Age, but you know what? It's a good top 5. I'm confident about this top 5. I liked your picks. I liked my picks. I liked everybody's picks, and we were different.
Yeah, I liked your picks, except I mean, Dragon Age was cheating because it did come out, so.
Dragon Age Inquisition 2. That's what I want. Dragon Age.
You don't know if it's Dragon Age. It just says Dragon Age.
No, but it didn't say Inquisition. If it was Inquisition 2, they would have said Inquisition 2. So this one might be like the first 2 games where it's more action adventure. So you know what? That justifies my pick a little bit. So it's like the Elder Scrolls Online being an Elder Scrolls sequel. Like, no, it's not really not. It's, it has Elder Scrolls in the title, but it's not really a sequel. So, you get me? You get me? I mean, I did cheat a little bit, but whatever. Let's move on. Let's move on.
We should have. I'm surprised we didn't say Borderlands, but.
I think because I would have, but I think the other game came out. The third game came out after like 2015 or 2016.
2014.
2014?
Yeah.
What month?
Right under October.
October. Oh, I actually probably would have included it. No, let me see. Well, no, wait, didn't we? No, but I don't know. We already got confirmed Borderlands 3 though.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, well,
What I love about Borderlands is like timeless. I mean, there's obviously digressing, but I'm saying like you can still play it.
no,
today.
yeah, you could. At least part 2. Part 1 is a little like, bones, like it's a little bit like dry, like to the
Yeah,
bone.
2
but,
and the pre-sequel, obviously.
yeah. So, final piece of news. We're not gonna talk about it too much to not make this podcast last forever. The Switch VR. Sentry was excited for it, and I was like, brother, it might be a bunch of cardboard. They might just.
Wait. No, I was the one who said about the cardboard.
No, I remember.
You were like, no, they couldn't do that.
No, remember, because I remember, I told you, remember, they might go Nintendo Labo and just pull out a cardboard thing. Remember, I told you they might do like the Google thing. Remember the Google thing that was cardboard, and you're like, oh, maybe.
Yeah, I agreed right at the beginning. Yeah, okay, I remember that.
Yeah, like I didn't.
Yeah, I agreed right there though. I was like, yeah, they're gonna do that, guaranteed.
No, yeah,
And they
like
did it.
because once I said that, you're like, you're right. Like, yes, they would still do that, like to revive the Nintendo Labo thing. And I mean,
I don't know.
the
I have to see how sturdy it is. I don't want to put my Switch on a cardboard.
that's the thing. That's my thing. There's an elephant trunk looking thing. It looks hilarious. There's another one that's like a camera, which I guess looks cool. I like that the normal one. It's cheap, as in like it doesn't cost $1,000 like the other ones would cost. I think like the normal.
It's cardboard.
The normal set costs $40. Like the normal.
And it's not even. Yeah, it's not even like.
$39.99.
You have to build it for yourself, so it's like.
But my thing is like, yeah, I'm paying $40 for a piece of cardboard.
For something you have to build yourself. Why can't I just copy the design from like the internet?
Here's the thing. We probably will have third-party manufacturers manufacture third party like plastic. At least plastic, man. Plastic. Am I asking for too much? Plastic, not cardboard.
Dude, don't. That's some next gen stuff. What do you?
But yeah, I don't know. There's a guy that's like pointing
Chill with that.
like there's the gun one where it's like a guy pointing a blaster at his face and he reloads by like reloading the gun into his face.
And the Joy-Con is inside the blast. It's like, is this 30? Am I gonna just fling the Joy-Con?
No, my worry is that if I'm trying to reload fast, am I gonna is the cardboard gonna break and I'm gonna punch myself in the face accidentally? Like,
Oh my
I don't know. I reload really aggressively in video games, so.
This one looks hilarious.
I mean, Nintendo Labo. I don't know. I feel like when because they have the kids in the advertisements, but then they have some adults showing off some of the stuff, and they look kind of dumb showing it off. I mean, geez, I would never want anybody to know I owned one of these.
I know.
Labo
I could
products.
never like, hey, look at my Nintendo Labo.
You can reload it by just slamming the Joy-Con against your face. Just that's how you reload. I mean, again,
I would break that cardboard. It's like one where it's a pedal. I would just my 1 foot from me, destroy it.
No, here's a cool thing though. I don't know if we talked about this, but Skyrim has VR. So you do Skyrim with the Joy-Con controls where you can, as motion controls. I think you have a cool concept if you use the normal VR. None of the stupid, like the stupid ones that have all these cool, I don't know why I said cool, all these ugly contraptions. Like none of those crazy VR ones. I'm talking about the normal standard VR one, the one you just put in your face.
So far, when they showed off, it isn't tied to your face. You have to hold it with both hands.
No. You're messing with me.
Yep.
There's no way.
Tied to your face. Yeah. See, look.
No way.
You didn't even think about that, did you? See? You have to hold it.
That is stupid. You can't play. How are you supposed to play? You're supposed to hold.
See, look. Here's the promotional.
Wait, but how do you how do you hold the normal one? The one with that has nothing.
Yeah, with your hands.
But how do you control? You have to put the controls up your face and
I'm guessing it's just a VR experience.
That is stupid. That is
like it takes you through like the space or something. I don't know.
Listen.
See, look. You're seeing the images right now. He's not like. If not, they would have showed it off.
How much money is Nintendo wasting on here? Like you could be focusing your attention on freaking Metroid right now. Dang it. And you're here coming out with like over expensive, super expensive pieces of cardboard you literally have to shove up your face. Doesn't have a strap. $40. It doesn't come with a strap. That's.
I mean, you have to grab a couple rubber bands, tie it on the, tie it to your head.
Jeez.
No, yeah, I just completely, yeah.
I mean, if it
So
was
we're not gonna get VR support. I don't think so.
not the VR we're looking for.
Yeah.
Not a type of VR. I mean,
Dude, they had the perfect. Come on, the Joy-Cons. They're like the perfect.
yeah.
What?
And you could do. And here's the thing. If this stuff.
See, look at that. There's no strap, so guaranteed we're not gonna like this. What the kid is holding is just like you get probably in a spaceship and you're flying through space.
Look. If you you probably have to use the controls like when they're up against your face like that, which is, jeez. Again, if this was like $5 or $10, like literally, how much is the whole headset thing?
What do you mean?
The whole package? Like I heard they're $245, whatever. Like the kit with all
It's
of.
well, no, just the starter set. It's $40.
Yeah, the normal one.
And if you want all the little stuff, the elephant trunk and all that, yeah, it's a normal $80 one.
Jeez. I mean, if it was cheap, I could see myself. Like if it was like,
See, if you pay the extra $40, you get the camera, elephant, bird, and one pedal.
I mean, look.
Okay.
If they were like each $5, because it's cardboard, dude. Like this, literally, you could sell it for $5 and make a profit, and you could sell like the big set for $20. It's not a bad sell. For $80, bro, that's a game. That's a whole game and $20. So that's like an indie game. You could buy like Stardew Valley and then like a full $60 game with that money. Stardew Valley is actually $15. You'd save $5 doing that. No.
Yeah, they
No.
No.
Just no. Nintendo, I love y'all. Y'all been making great moves. This is a bad one. This is a no-no for me.
Nintendo Labo in general has been a bad move. Look, this is like a,
to me,
a
the
concept art or something.
I like
This would have been perfect.
Yeah. No, and
Like-
I like Nintendo Labo because I like I've seen some third-party stuff with the Nintendo Labo and I like it because you can get creative with it. I just think it's too expensive for cardboard. Like either make it out of better material or sell it cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many concepts they could have gone
Oh
with.
yeah, that's perfect. Like the same thing that holds the controllers.
Yeah,
Use
or
the
like
same-
from the. I think not from the top, but not from the bottom, but from the top. I'd be
If you-
scared to put it in.
No, yeah, if you could put or maybe you could put like a little plate that slides in and
Yeah,
holds
or
it
no,
in.
just from the top. You click it, and then you have the Joy-Cons in your hands, and you're playing. This ties it to your head. It's very cheap. This could probably cost you like $30, and then it'll be worth it.
My thing is, if I build the stupid Nintendo Labo
But
thing,
this is not worth anything to me. It would just be a nuisance. The cardboard.
Nintendo probably did put straps and it probably kept falling apart, and they were like, just make them hold it, damn it.
This is.
So Nintendo, get your stuff together. Come on, we love you. You've been doing
They
great.
could've-
You're
yeah, they
gonna
could've-
you're gonna have a great year, but just stop it. Like that Jordan commercial. Stop it. Just stop doing that stuff.
Stop hurting yourselves, really.
Yeah.
This really is.
You're gonna have a great year. Just drop all this Labo stuff. So I think that's it. It's a long episode. We covered a lot of stuff. And yeah. I don't know if you want to add anything else. Anything we talked about? Century?
No, that's about it.
That's about it, guys. We had a fun time. Fun episode. Of course, I'll post like parts of this episode. You know, if you don't want to watch the whole podcast, I'll post parts of it. Like the top 5 lists and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. And guys, I hope you like this episode. I hope you like our content. If you want more, make sure to leave a like and to sub. Also leave comments. You know, we're willing to take criticism and apply it to our episodes and stuff like that. We're not afraid of that. So let us know what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. This has been Champion and
Century.
And yeah, this is us. And I hope you guys have
We're
a good
shining
one.
out.
I hope you guys have a good weekend. This is Champion and Century signing out.